Hi guys, this is Ashley. I'm a visual artist with Hearts Need Art. I wanted to show you today something kind of fun. Notice we don't have any green, but we have the Hearts Need Art colors, blue, red, and yellow. So we basically have primary colors, a black and a white. I just thought this would be a fun challenge. All right, let's go ahead and get started. For this cactus, I want to do something sort of simple. Let's go ahead and start it off with kind of a smile. Just going to draw this in with my pencil. This is going to be the bottom of my terracotta pot, something sort of like that. And now I'm going to let my cactus kind of billow up to the top. And for my cactus, I'm just going to do some oval shapes. So I'm going to start off with like an oval here, and maybe make one growing off right here, and then maybe I'll make another oval shape right here, a little baby growing off. They kind of get smaller as they get to the top. I think that's kind of cute. And then I'm also going to put in a couple little flowers. There. Okay, here's where the fun begins. For my brushes, I've just chosen some random brushes. I have some round brushes, and I have some square brushes, just of different sizes. This, however, is my favorite go-to, and it's a 3/4 inch brush, so it's not as wide as an inch, and it's not super little like this, so I can really push my paint around well with this brush. I like it. In fact, I think I'm going to start with this brush. Okay, I have my paper plate. I'm going to put my colors down here. This is a very fluid acrylic. Unlike the acrylic that's in the tube, this has more of a fluid feel to it, so we really don't have to add a lot of water to it. So we got red, we got yellow, blue, any blue will work. A little bit of black. A little bit of black goes a long way, so don't put a whole lot on your palette. And white. All this paint can be purchased at like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or even online. You can just get a kit, but if you can only get 5 colors, this is a great way to go. Just these 5 colors right here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to start off with, I believe, is I'm just going to paint a whimsical, fun background. So in my last demo, I did a yellow background. So for this demo, I believe I'll do a blue background. I'm going to grab a little bit of white on my brush, just dab dab. Notice I'm tapping on the side of my paint puddle, not in the middle. You're going to make a mess if you go to the middle. And I'm going to tap on the side of my blue paintbrush, and I have a nice swirly mixture of both of these. Now I'm just going to kind of put this paint in here. Make sure you cover your table with something. I just went back to my paint palette. I'm grabbing from the side just a little bit of white. I'm going to let that white kind of dance in here. I have not rinsed my brush. A bit more white. It's kind of fun to let it sort of go from dark to light, or vice versa. Ooh, something else I could show you real quick. Your brushes work for you, and they all have little personalities, and you can kind of, you figure out what that personality is. But this brush, I can paint a fat line and cover a lot of space, or I can paint a skinny line just by either holding it with the strong width or the skinnier width. It's totally up to you. And if this brush isn't working for you and you feel like you just really want to be particular about going into these little nooks and crannies, feel free to employ a smaller brush. Notice I have not rinsed my brush and I have not added any water. I'm just using this paint straight up out of the tube or bottle. There. Boop. Okay. Now I'm going to rinse my brush, pushing it all the way down in my cup of water. You really don't need to fill your cup all the way up with water. It just makes a mess if it spills. So you want to tap your brush all the way down to the bottom, rake the paint off the side, and then get it dry on your towel. So going back to elementary school here, yellow and blue make green. So there's lots of different ways we can have this green experience on our cactus. I think what I'm going to do is a little bit of an experiment. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna grab half, isn't that beautiful? Half yellow, half blue on my brush at the same time, and I'm just gonna let it kind of dance and party around my cactus here and just see what happens. Ooh, da lolly. And then this is getting darker and I feel like this yellow over here looks beautiful, so without rinsing my brush, I'm gonna grab yellow and let it get a little bit lighter up here to the side. Ooh, I like that. Load up again. I'm kind of bad in the sense that I really like to use a lot of paint. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I like how if you don't overwork it, you have these bold marks. A lot of times in my classes, I'll mention to people, if you have a lot of boldness in your painting, it sort of looks like drama. And some of us like a little bit more drama in our lives than others, so if you're not liking the drama, you're going to use a little bit less paint on your brush and smooth it out a little bit more. I'll demonstrate on this one right here, but I'm feeling like I need a drama pop right in here. Just more blue. Kind of get that value in there. Okay, so right over here, I'm going to wipe all this extra paint off my brush. And I'm just going to get a little bit, just a little bit here. It's okay that I went into my sky a little bit because we're just mixing in those colors. It's all the same color. Blue and yellow and white is all we've worked with thus far. So this little piece right here, I'm feeling like maybe he needs a little more paint getting around this edge, so I'm just going to throw some yellow in there. There. All right, I'm going to make this one a little bit smoother too by not using so much paint on my brush. All right. Okay, now, rinsing because I have a little naked space right here. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with that. Probably just put blue in it. Dry my brush completely. I wanna make a terracotta color down here, so I'm gonna grab my yellow and a little bit of red. I'm gonna say 2 parts yellow, 1 part red. Starting to run out of yellow, that's okay, I can get more. And for this bottom lip of my terracotta, I feel like I want it to be just a little bit darker. If I add black, it's gonna be very, very strong. So I'm gonna go on a whim here and just add a little bit of blue to the corner of my brush. Ooh, yeah, and it kind of helps brown it up a little bit. I haven't rinsed my brush or anything. And it just sort of made it a little bit, just a little bit darker, a little bit more blue. Kind of give it a little shadow here. It's a nice little surprise. I love playing with color. Okay, now what am I going to do with that? I'm going to make that spot right there be blue. And our flowers. So the flowers can be very whimsical. I wish I had a hot pink. I think that would be beautiful, but I don't. So I'm gonna make a pink with my red and my white. And I think I might just kind of wiggle this color in here, see what happens. Let the brush do most of the work. It's kind of abstract. All right, now we're ready for some accent marks. So the way I'm going to go about that is I'm going to get rid of this brush, and I'm now going to change my towel. It's always nice if you have an extra towel so you can just kind of flip them over or do this. A clean working space helps with uncluttering your mind as to what am I going to do next. All right, so I'm going to grab some white here on my round brush. I chose the larger of my two round brushes, and I'm just going to do some accent marks here. I want enough paint on my brush that when I apply it, I can actually make a line. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to follow through all the way. So here goes my brush. I'm going to go down and lift up. Then I'm going to go right here, go down, and lift up. And then I think the cactuses need a little bit of whimsy here, some little lines. If you do not feel the confidence to just put your brush down and paint these whimsy lines, it does take time. You can do this. It's like I'm petting it. And I'm just making that line grow. Also notice that I don't have that line necessarily directly on the edge or directly inside. It just kind of goes wherever it goes. For fun, I'm going to do a few more of these little whimsical lines. I'm going to put a blue one there, blue one here. They're just like little smiley faces. Something's happening right here. All right, it's time for some spikes. Now we don't want to get crazy with our spikes. When you look at a cactus, most of the time they're either yellow or white. I don't know what I want to do here yet, so I'm going to put a little bit more yellow on here. And this is a good opportunity to incorporate some breathing techniques. So I'm gonna get in the rhythm of kind of saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna breathe in, 1, 2, 3, breathe out, 1, 2, 3. Now watch how I find rhythm with my mark making when I'm doing that. Just kind of choose some random spots here while breathing, making 3 little marks. Not too many. Here and there. Don't think about it too hard. It's kind of like throwing darts. Just take your brush, load it up. I'm not applying a lot of pressure. And just little groups of 3, I think, is a great way to not overdo it. I think I'm almost done. Some fine little touches you guys can do if you want is instead of using the tip of your brush where we don't have a whole lot of control, you can use the back end of your brush and just dip it in your paint and do the same kind of thing, like 1, 2, 3, and then maybe grab another color. 1, 2, 3. This sort of adds a little bit of texture and whimsy to your cactus. I'm even going to use blue. 1, 2, 3. That's cute. Ooh, I'm going to go for a red. I'm scared to go for a red. Yeah, it's cute. All right, that's it guys. Thanks for watching.